Hey, Sharam, Namdarian here. In this video, we're going to be talking about what emotional jiu-jitsu is and how to employ it in your life if you have not already been employing it. And there is a high chance you've already experienced this in some way in your life. So without further ado, let's get into it. So emotional jiu-jitsu, or you could call it emotional kung fu or emotional taekwondo, it's not quite a self-defense. It's basically a process of taking the energy that someone gives you, being able to handle it, and giving it back to them. It is something that in areas of life where you are already successful at, you already do. And I don't know what areas that might be, but I can fucking guarantee it, you are already doing it. Now, imagine for a second you're in your workplace, whatever workplace that is. Maybe you work for yourself, maybe you work for other people, maybe you're an entrepreneur, who cares? Now, someone says something to you that you don't like. You're not doing a good job. And you go, oh, it hurts. Why'd you have to say that, Karen or Susan or whatever name inserts there? Long story short, someone can give you an energy that you are either capable of handling or not quite capable of handling it just yet. Now, what ends up happening for some people, this is not everyone, but for some people, when people give us an energy, a criticism, a feeling that we don't like, we end up just considering that normal. We consider it normal to hate our jobs. We consider it normal to hate, to feel just uncomfortable in certain situations. We consider it normal to have this anxiety and to just be in it. Now, there's nothing wrong with having anxiety, nothing wrong with having depression. But I can tell you there is the method's here, man. The method's here. It fucking works. So what happens is someone comes up to you and basically does something that triggers something within you or activates something within you. And that, most of the time, in this case, is a negative emotion. So someone comes up to you in the workplace and gives you a criticism. You're not doing good enough. How does that feel? That fucking hurts, right? So what happens usually, and what happens we've been either taught, is we basically learn to take hits. We take the hit, it hurts, and that just becomes, I guess, part of the life. We haven't processed it. Now, in this channel and in my life, I talk a lot about emotional healing. That is the idea of deep emotional surrender, being able to process our emotions, letting yourself fully feel what it feels like, and letting your emotion run its course and solving that problem. You know, for example, I've often said this, and this is controversial, but anxiety is the solution to anxiety. Let yourself fully feel the anxiety, surrender to it. A lifetime of anxiety can come up, a lifetime of anxiety can conclude, and thus you are healed. You get to heal, and therefore you have a healed relationship with anxiety. You move on and you achieve bigger and better and greater things. That's what this is about, achieving bigger and better and greater things. Everything you are feeling now in this moment is itself a blockage to higher things. That is both the bad and the good. Anyway, back to this hypothetical situation. So someone comes to you in the workplace and says, you are not doing a good job. How do you handle it? Now, it might hurt. The criticism might hurt. But in that moment, rather than trying to avoid it or suppress it or move away from it or reframe it, can you just surrender to it? That feeling in that moment, can you just surrender to it and let yourself fully feel it? What ends up happening is this. Hey, you're not doing a good job. Ow, that hurts. I listen to Sharam. I will surrender to it. So you let yourself feel it in that moment. Now, finally, the emotion can run its course. Now, there's a high chance that you might have a lifetime of suppressed emotions in that area. That's just sometimes how it is. Happens to me, even in my own healing journey too. Once it is concluded, it might take a moment, it might take a while. Usually in private, when I work with people one-on-one, I compress it to moments because I can fucking find those knots and just, it's like, private coaching is like an emotional massage. It's just like, like a gentle emotional massage. It's soft. Once you've processed that emotion, you can handle it. You can fucking handle it. You're not doing a good job. Give it back. whoo, runs through your system. You're not fighting it. Your body knows what to do with it. You are healed with it. Whoo. Yeah, I know you think that, but here are some reasons how I'm doing it, how I am doing a good job. I know that. It doesn't matter if you know that, but it actually helps my job if you do. So I'm gonna help you know, rather than, I'm not doing a good job, that bitch, which is usually, sometimes, in some occasions, what people do. Now, emotional jiu-jitsu is something that happens, when I'm private coaching people, when I'm healing with other people, when I'm facilitating healing through private coaching or just whatever I'm doing. It's a natural side effect. It's something that I'm not like, okay, it's time to teach you emotional jiu-jitsu. What ends up happening is that this affects all parts of life. For example, you're dating and you're like, no one, you're on Tinder and you're like, swiping, swiper, no swipey, swiper, no swipey. And no one is accepting your love. How does that feel? Now suddenly dating is giving you energy. Now, process it. Give it back. Emotional jiu-jitsu, can you handle it? What ends up happening? No one likes me. That's fine. And rather than self-flagellating, not saying you do, but some people do, rather than self-flagellating every time you feel no one likes you, you can just see the situation for how it is. Your cycle has ended and you can give it back. And you can be like, hey, no one likes me. That's because, I'm trying to prove shit to myself. That's what happens in fucking dating. Most of the time people are like, they struggle with dating because they're like, oh, they're not actually trying to date. They're just trying to prove something to themselves. Once they've stopped proving something to themselves, they end up being in a relationship or getting the thing that they want or whatever. Lots of bones. Who cares? This shit is so fucking simple, man. So simple. The healing process is so simple. It's so simple, but it's hard because sometimes it hurts. That's it, just sometimes. And that's why we have that's why I do private coaching. That's why it's like I help you through it and you can be facilitated. Private coaching is like an emotional massage. That's literally all it is. And healing is like emotional jiu-jitsu. It's the process of taking the energy and being able to handle it. Anxiety, depression, all of the bad stuff. But even in all the higher things we're feeling, I feel good about myself. My life is working. Surrender to that. That process is done and becomes something fucking higher. And you're like, wow, I'm so ecstatic about life. In relationships, when you heal your blockages with someone else, right? When you take that energy, you can handle it, right? You can take that energy and handle it. People end up being like, oh, my partner doesn't like me, or I'm afraid of asking for bones, asking for sex because my partner rejects me. And you're like, well, suddenly you can handle rejection and you can realize, oh, they're not saying no, they're just saying not yet, or please can you seduce me, or whatever. And what ends up happening as the result of the healing process is you develop such intense empathy that that's why I've shifted from like, hello, I'm Sharam Namdarian, the dating coach, to Sharam Namdarian, I just teach emotional healing. Because this shit is so fucking powerful, right? I can tell you logically how to do these things, but when you come to the conclusion yourself, and not only that, develop an intense awareness through your own life experiences, through just processing your own emotions, you get a level of relationships that no fucking coach will get you to. As in, yes, sure, I'm the coach and I help facilitate that, but it's an emotional massage. It's just a process of healing your issues and blockages to allow yourself to fully be who you are in the moment. And that is someone who is capable of handling a lot and then just giving it back. It's like, oh, I don't like you. Great. You're allowed to not like me. Oh, I don't even with me, with comedy, I'm excited. I've taken a bit of a break over the last month, just to obviously heal some stuff. Obviously, heal some stuff in my own stuff around comedy. I've actually had a lot of blockages come up. I think I'm ready to get back into it now, but still, yeah, like I'm ready to go on stage and people not laugh, and I go, ooh, give it back to them. Some of the best comedians I've ever seen are capable of not taking it personally. Someone doesn't laugh, and they're like, that's not my problem. That's not your problem. It's just, this is the situation. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like this video, please leave a like because it really helps me out with the channel. And if you do want to work with me privately, there's links in the description. I've got online courses as well where you can listen to me in your ears and I take you through private healing sessions just through audio courses. Again, links in the description. It's basically an emotional massage just with through audio. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.